What up, world? It's your boy, Benjamin Beat, coming at you from BenjaminBeat.com, as always. And today, another video vlog coming at you. This time, we're doing the beat, okay? So I'm going to be showing you a little bit of how I do it, how maybe you can do it, and how, hey, everybody can do it, alright? Now, I don't mind the 2 degrees and the awards and stuff in the background. Don't mind all that. Let's get to the beat. I don't know about when you're making a beat, but when I'm starting off, I like to, get a bass beat. Pick a kick, pick a hi-hat, pick a snare, figure something out. It's that easy. I like to start there, unless I have a musical, idea in my head. I like to start with the drums. It's always a good way to start. The most important part, especially if you're using Fruity Loops. Now I know a lot of people like to, maybe want to talk a little shit about Fruity Loops. You can feel free to do that all you want. But the thing is, it's not what you work with, it's what you know, okay? So I've been working with Fruity Loops since I was, 12 years old. So I've just grown up with it throughout the years, and as the years have passed, it's progressed with me to become full-fledged audio software, okay? So if you haven't checked out the newest versions of Fruity Loops, and you used to like it, you might want to give it a try if you're having difficulty, with Reason, Logic, GarageBand, however you're making your instrumentals. I recommend checking out the new types of Fruity Loops that are out there, because they're pretty hot. The most important part about when you're making your beat, okay, is always, use dynamics. Of course you can feel the swing. We got a little bit of swing on this one so far. But always use dynamics. You hear that hi-hat? It's not all the same, not all the same volume. Make it music, Try to make it music. So, I like this, a good easy way to start off, is around 90 beats per second. 2 and 4, a basic, then we're just swinging off of that. So that's the rhythm we're working with. Be right back with what's next. I think we're gonna lay the bass. Okay, now since we got a little bit of a swing in the beat, we're gonna want to kind of darken it up a little bit, make it a little different. Than the beat itself, add a new livelihood to it. So, we got the up kick beat. Okay, so we're adding something dark, and I like to, when using Fruity Loops especially, you got plenty of channels you work with. It's real easy to go ahead and copy things. What I went ahead and did was kind of double that bass line with something that has like a little more of a tack, more of a bell to it, but they complement each other. This one actually has a backbeat and a lead into the second bar that the first one doesn't, so it just kind of adds another layer. But in general, it's the same bass line. Saw it right here. And there's volume downed on that, so it doesn't stick out like a sore thumb. But it's there. It's there. Now, out of my plethora of instrumentals and sounds and crazy stuff, I like to add, like I said, layers. So you want to have something that's bringing it all together. So I don't know if you can hear this pad that's being played. It's called an ice pad, but it's got a real eerie sound, like I was talking about, trying to change the beat from upbeat, make it a disturbing upbeat kind of. So that's what we're going for here. So you can hear it, that sound right there. That's interlaid in the background. I'm actually going to add a harmony to it, just to add a little, add more layers to the second 16 of the verse, the second 8 of the verse, So yeah, that's a little trick to thicken it up. Something missing, just add a simple pad in the background, add harmonies with it. It's not very difficult. And I'll be the first person to admit that I've been using a lot of horns lately. I gotta say, I got a brand new horn package a couple months ago, and I've been playing around with it. So I got a sick ass beat with Dosage on it. It's got some horns on it. I'm sure that's actually coming out, his Rocket Science CD coming out this year. Make sure you keep an eye out for that. Plug. Also, I'm on a horn kick right now. So I found 2 that actually complement each other. I think it's actually a trombone section as well as a trumpet section. So there's not a lot of difficulty in taking one pattern and copying and pasted it into the other one, and hey, but guess what? You got a full sounding horn line. The quote dosage is really not rocket science. And then you just take that idea we have with the horns, add another layer to it. So we've gone ahead and added dimensions between just the first 8 and the second 8 of this verse itself. So we're kind of building toward the chorus. So we want the chorus to be big and elaborate. It's going to be very musical. There's going to be a lot going on, but we're trying to not have it, like with that bass kick back earlier. You don't want anything to stick out. Okay, so we're kind of building up towards the chorus because we want the chorus to be nice and full. Get me? Make sure you're using dynamics. There's dynamics on these, or else the high notes would just be sticking out louder than the low notes. It's just the way it would be with these songs. So use dynamics. It's really not difficult. Take the time to keep in mind. This is just kind of put together. We haven't finished this by any means. But so this is the verse so far. We got the basses. Just bringing it in for the first 8. Little warm little interlude. You can really hear the pad that we added in to make it thicker. But it doesn't sound like anything. It's not like there's something you're missing, or something that's not there that you are hearing. It's something that's particularly put there to thicken it out. See, now we got the lead coming into the verse. Now this isn't 100% mixed down, we're just making the beat. Now it's about to go into the chorus part, which is what we're going to work on next, okay? Now as far as choruses go, that was a taste. Be right back. Now this is something I'm bringing in for the chorus. It's a new instrument, just a basic sine wave instrument. It's called a mini lead in the package that it's from. It's real simple, but it does change. So it's I think it's the same pattern 3 times. The 4th time it's a different pattern. And I know my music teachers would be ashamed that I don't know the exact pattern this is historically known for, but it's a common pattern. Now I went ahead and added this in here at the chorus. Like I said, I was growing up to it, so this is actually the only thing that we're adding in. But what I'm going to be doing is taking the horns in a slightly different direction, and then also changing the beat up. I want to kind of bring it back to a more basic, like, I got an open hi-hat that I'm going to be adding in there, I think. It's really mind-trippy if you listen to it over and over again. But this is just going to kind of be in the background. This actually isn't even going to be like the main focal point of the chorus. I still want to keep the horns. The horns are bringing the magic on this one. But this, adds that little. So for the chorus, I'm keeping the same little swing on the, the in and out, the old in and out, But on the inside, we're breaking it down, a little open hi-hat action, some of the same package. So, it sounds really natural. Sounds like the drummer's taking, a beat or 2 off. And I like it because the horns are going to be coming on stronger during the chorus. So it's kind of like it's stepping back and giving them room to walk and take the lead. Still got the same swing though. I like it. Want to do it? Yeah. Those horns are running. Just walking up and down the scale. A little bit of a jazz infusion in there as far as the scale. It's all about articulation, and it's also about dynamics. It's about using the volume control on each personal note to make the music come alive, to make it sound like a human we're playing it, not programmed in from a computer or some white guy sitting in his lab. It's hard to attain. I mean, it's not the easiest thing in the world, but it takes time, and it takes effort, and it takes dedication, and it takes listening. So don't just speed through something. Especially, this doesn't just have to do with freaking making beats. This has to do with writing the lyrics, It has to do with, you know, how you approach life. It has to do with how you approach your everyday actions. You know, try to take some time and put some sincere effort in, and it'll be worth it in the end every time. Every time. Now, I have added some other things, like some more pads, like some stuff picking it up, but the main instrumentation, we went through all of that. So we're about to drop the chorus, how it stands as of right now. Now, this, like I said, this isn't final, we're just making a beat. Let's see if you like where it went. Love the backies. And then back to 16. So that was a quick breeze through making a beat with me, Benjamin Beat, BenjaminBeat.com. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you being a friend. I appreciate you being a fan. If you ever need some work done by a professional, you give me a call. I don't really make beats anymore, but the name kind of stuck, so why not keep doing it for fun? So I do really want people to seriously take Fruity Loops into account when making instrumentals, especially if you're starting out, especially if you need something that's cheap, especially if you need something that's cheap and powerful. I'm doing this actuality. I have. Let's look in the background. I'm actually uploading an Elkmont Place video to YouTube. I actually still have my video editing software up, and Pro Tools is up in the background as well. You know, so it's not like this isn't, you know, this isn't your older brother's Fruity Loops. This is for real. So that's my stance on it. I've been working with it for over 10 years, so I'm gonna keep working with it. I'm going to keep bouncing it down to Pro Tools. I'm going to keep mixing it in Pro Tools, and I'm going to keep bringing you that funky ass shit like every single day, okay? So hit me back up, BenjaminBeat.com. Thank you so much for watching the video. I appreciate you being a friend. Give me a call, give me an email, give me a comment on the blog, hit me up on Facebook. Do it all, okay? Don't forget to visit AshevilleCreation.com. This is where all this is coming at you from. Alright, you have a great day out there, and thank you so much for visiting the website. Keep it music. Make it music.
Gamble, man, it's all a gamble. Mistakes and man, it's all a gamble. And she says